shit in Timothy Leary's toilet. Sonic Youth washing machine on cassette tape.
Gorgeous George asks, who's your favorite person that you drew naked? Say Deanna or you're going to get in trouble.
Of course, Deanna.
Stephen Ray asks, who's your favorite toy machine rider that you lost?
Brian Anderson. I like BA a lot. I was bummed when he left.
From Temper, F, Marry, Kill game. And it's Rachel Ray, Martha Stewart, or Oprah Winfrey.
Hump Rachel Ray, kill Martha Stewart, and marry Oprah. Because Oprah does way more good than Martha Stewart does. Sorry, Stedman.
Sticky asks, do you enjoy being naked?
Yeah, I love being naked.
Debunk asks, how awkward is it seeing ex-riders?
Not awkward at all. No one's ever left the team on super bad terms, you know? So it's not really awkward. I mean, I kicked Chad Musk off, and there might have been like a period where it was awkward for a couple months, but you know, in Chad's case, kicking him off was something that kick-started his life. Friendship and skateboarding comes first, and business is kind of like a secondary thing. And
Stuart Mitchell asks, who's the biggest dirtbag on toy?
we always call Billy Dirty Billy, but not because he's dirty. As far as like a dirty person, which sounds bad, but Matt B is a little creepy, in a good way. We're probably equally as creepy, but since he's younger, he can actually, and not married, he can really act out on his creepiness more than I can. So.
Luis Contreras asks, how do you pronounce Ruka?
It's just Ruka. The V is a fancy old-style U.
Do you listen to Lil Wayne or Lady Gaga?
I don't listen to Lil Wayne or Lady Gaga. I have looked at questionable photos of Lady Gaga on the internet.
Ben asks, why did Jeff Rowley quit being vegan and become a lunatic mountain lion hunter? Were you bummed? Did it strain your friendship?
Doesn't strain the friendship. I've always known that he's really like, I don't know how to explain it. He's single-minded. He knows what he's doing. For the longest time, I knew he went on these cougar hunts and would...
older broads?
He would go on the hunts and not shoot. But he would track them. He's always, see, that's the thing, like since I met him, he's always been into animal management, animal tracking, going out in the woods and hiking around and looking for animals. That's one of his hobbies. I know that shot that was in the flip video wasn't him shooting it. We humans have circled animals and their habitats to the point where they're unsustainable anymore for the animals. You have to kill elephants at this point in time for them to even live anymore. Where we got ourselves, there has to be killing to keep these alive, and I would vote for keeping these animals alive.
Colin McClintock. Sup, Ed? How did you find that band Spell from your part in Good and Evil?
One of the people in the band was friends with Steve Barra, and I was with Steve Barra on a Big Brother trip to New Orleans, and we went and saw them play live. I bought their CD at the concert and liked that song and always just had it in my mind and then used it when the time came up.
I'm a firm believer that Fugazi is the best punk band of all time. They never compromise their ethics, never playing a show for more than $5, never making merchandise. In your professional skateboarding career or as an artist, has there ever been a time when you felt as though you compromised your ethics?
I don't feel like I have. Just by chance and by luck, I've been able to, start my own company and run it. And therefore I called the shots and didn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. As an artist, since I've been making money as a pro skateboarder, I've been able to pick and choose the things I want to do. Some people, as an artist, you have to make money, so sometimes you'll take a job that you don't want to do. When I was younger, I would do skateboarding for commercials and stuff, but I only did companies that I felt aligned with, and I got called in for a McDonald's commercial, but I turned that down because I'm not going to promote McDonald's. America Shoes, for instance, has always been cool with like doing non-leather shoes.
Casey Wayne asks, Ed, you are stuck on an island with the whole Toy Machine team. You got to choose one member to kill to feed you and the rest of the team. Who gets the chop?
Yeah, I would have to sacrifice myself because I'm probably the biggest of all of them too, and so I'd feed more people. I would sacrifice myself then for the good of the others.
What a sweetheart.
I'm so valiant.
Basegate asks, I was first getting into skating back in the mid-'80s, and it seemed nothing could bring skateboarding down. Then the '90s came along and almost killed it. It seems we are at a point now when skateboarding has really saturated society and the industry is huge again. Think there will ever be another big fall off like in the '90s, Ed?
Skateboarding is not huge. The image of skateboarding is huge because Toy Machine, Zero, Flip, none of us is selling boards. You, the viewer, perhaps should be buying hardcore skateboard company boards instead of blanks or shit from Walmart or Target because they're making a lot of money. And when you see skateboarding as big, you see Mountain Dew commercials or Tony Hawk in the X Games, that doesn't, somehow that bigness doesn't translate into sales for us. So that's first part of your question is I disagree with the skateboard industry being huge. In a media sense, it's big and saturated, yes, but in a business sense, it's really small.
Needy asks, Ed, how often do you poop?
As a vegan, my bowel movements are quite regular. 4 hours or a couple hours after I eat, it comes right out. I was on a tour back in the day, and Eric Ellington and Alyssa Steamer, and both of them had problems crapping on tour. They needed the comfort of their own home to crap. Ellington didn't shit for a week, and when he finally docked that thing, he said it was like the size of a loaf of bread. And
like a baguette.
And it was color coordinated to the different meals he ate, like a little green spot, and then a brown spot, and then a red spot.
It says it's from Sean, but I believe Jerry Sue and Patrick O'Dell came together and asked this question. Where does Morrissey fit in your life? Is he important to you? Also, who is the better vegan food, East or West Coast?
Morrissey, I'm a fan. I guess I'm a big fan, but I don't know if I would put it into terms of factoring into my life. Can basically sing every song by memory and whatnot, but even when he plays around here, I'm just kind of like indifferent.
Benzen says, Ed, if you had to choose to use one lens in one film for the rest of your existence, which would they be and for what reasons?
This guy is a frequent commenter on the Toy Machine site, so...
Nerd alert.
It's a Leica M6, which I use all the time, and Kodak Tri-X film, 400 speed with a 50mm lens. That's kind of what I use all the time anyway, so...
Thanks, Benzen.
Now he's not going to come to the toy site.